Is there any like special experiences that you've had or like, I guess, stories from your travels that have really reinforced why you did this in the first place?
I can think of one when we were again, back in California, and we kind of had I don't know if I had a break between contracts or like a few days off. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we didn't have anything planned. I started looking at some hikes, and I ended up, long story short, I ended up being able to score some overnight permits for a place in California called Big Pine Lakes. And it's just a beautiful like backpacking destination. It's a pretty tough hike to get there. And, you're carrying your tent on your back and everything.
Oh,
But the permits are pretty hard to come by. So I don't know if someone canceled last minute and we were just able to pick up a couple. But it was just so cool being able to do that like last minute. We didn't have anything planned. But all these beautiful mountains and trails were right in our backyard. So we were able to get the permits, and then we went out there for the weekend and hiked and camped. And it was so beautiful. Like, I don't know if
yeah.
anyone's familiar with that area, but it's so beautiful. And being able to do that so last minute and not have to like book a flight or try to find transportation out there. It was awesome. And I took some great photos and, and that it's just definitely reinforced to me that I was so happy to be traveling, to have all these awesome places and like options of places to go right in my backyard.
Yeah, no, for sure. I have never done an overnight backpacking trip, but I want to. It's on my list. I wanted to do Havasu Falls too.
Oh, yeah, that's
I've heard really
beautiful.
good things about that. Yeah, for sure. Have you been there too?
I haven't.
Okay.
I think it's tough to get permits to do that one.
Yeah,
but
same
definitely
thing,
on the
I
bucket
think.
list.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And then you keep saying we. So you're traveling with someone, right? Who are you traveling with?
Yes. So when I started traveling, he was my boyfriend, but now he's my husband.
As of last week, right?
Yes, as of last week.
And can you tell everyone where you got married? Because I just think it's so cool.
Yes, we eloped. We got married in Moab, Utah, actually in Canyonlands National Park, kind of right on a cliff. So it was very adventurous.
Oh my gosh. So you said you eloped. Did you guys have friends or anybody that joined you, or is it just you two?
It was just us, and then we had hired like a couple photographers, and they kind of helped set up like where we would go and stuff. So just us.
How beautiful. Oh,
yeah.
I want to see some pictures.
I'll
check out your
I'll send them to
Instagram.
you. Oh, yeah, they're on there.
Okay, so outside of your job, it looks like you've been to some really great places too. Has there been any other parts of the world? I know that you've been a lot of places in the United States, but is there any other parts of the world that you've gotten to go to, which you don't feel like you would have been able to do without travel therapy?
Yeah, definitely. My two favorite places I've been have been Iceland and Peru. And I know they're not sort of typical travel destinations, but that's kind of the nice thing about travel therapy, is because you can kind of take time off like between contracts as you want. So you're really free to explore where you want, and you don't have to worry about if I go here this year, then I can't go here. It kind of leaves you open to pick and choose. I was able to go to those two places, and yeah, they're beautiful, and I would recommend them to anyone. I know they're not, like I said, not typical destinations, but very, very cool.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Iceland. I've been to Peru twice, actually.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I haven't been to many other countries. I've done a lot of like United States travel, but I haven't been to many other countries but Peru, and it is just such a cool place. So
that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then did you take a couple weeks off for those trips?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for somebody that maybe isn't traveling right now, I know we touched on that a little bit with being able to have more flexibility with taking time off, but is that a challenge? Is that just a conversation you're having with your recruiter? Or what does that look like for taking that time off?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple ways you can do it, which is kind of how I have done it. If before you sign a contract, before you book a contract, if there's a week or something in that time that you have in mind, like I want to take this specific week off and go here, then before you sign that contract, you just talk to your recruiter and see if you can get that specific week written in your contract that you have off. And that's really all you have to do.
Okay.
And then also you can also take off time between contracts. And that's sort of just your own personal time. You don't have to, ask anyone to for that time off. Just, you can take as much time off as you want in between the contracts that you work.
Yeah, so then it's kind of just planning when that start date is for the next assignment, which you have total
Exactly.
flexibility with, right?
Yep.
Yeah.